My very first book was 10 Effective Ways to Start Your Business with $0. That book is like, I want to say like 62 pages. It's like, so like you could read it at the stoplight. That's how short it is. And I actually wrote that book after living in New York City for a year and a half. And I came back to South Carolina, went back into corporate America. You know, I had started my first business in New York on my aunt's couch. I originally went there to pursue a career in fashion styling, intern with BET, work with K. Michelle Stylist. You know, I had a really good experience there. And what I noticed while I was there and starting to network and meet people was that my friends in the industry always came to me saying, "Hey, I want to get my clothes on this celebrity or this person or that." And
Mhm.
so I started in public relations. I started just helping my friends like pitch the magazines and things like that. So that's where my first, like, I think, seed of entrepreneurship started. So when I moved back down south, you know, I kept doing little things. I did, you know, graphic design and just like little things within my company. I was all over the place, which most people are when they start.
Right.
Um, and I was working as a temp at a bank in Greenville. And I just remember like I was the youngest in my department, but the older women were so inspired by like just everything that I had done. And they admired how I continued to do my side hustle thing, but also came to work every day. And so I'd always get questions like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And so I started a blog, which is now my podcast, same name, Table Talk with Toddy, where I just gave tips. And one of my first blog posts was called 10 Ways to Start Your Business with $0 because people always ask me. And I was like, well, let me just put this on the internet so I don't have to keep answering the same question over and over again. So that's how this book came about. And so I think the high level takeaway from this book in particular is that I know when a lot of people start off um, in business, they have an idea of what they want to sell or what they want to offer, but they aren't really sure. And so coming from someone that has been in that place, because the business I started with is not what I have now, and that's usually what happens. I will say the high level takeaway is that when you're first stepping into entrepreneurship, the best way to know what is the first thing you should start with is to pay attention to the things that people compliment you about or ask you about the most, and 9 times out of 10, you can create a solution for them right there. And I struggled with that in the beginning. I didn't understand that until I wrote this book. It was like, if people keep asking you the same questions, I don't care if they're asking you how to take pictures, how to write a business plan, if they're asking you how to do a resume because they see you do it so well, that's 9 times out of 10 a great place to start. So I would say that's the high level takeaway from that book. And then, of course, in there, I share like tools and things that you can use to get started.